What's up guys, it's Trevor with Embers. Today I'm in the gas insert section of our showroom. As the weather's turning, I wanted to just explain some things on gas inserts. Probably the biggest mistake people make with gas inserts is they come in here thinking they need a gas insert, but they don't. They need a gas fireplace. Well, what the heck is the difference? Because everyone thinks they need a gas insert. Today I'm going to tell you what a gas insert is, and then I'm going to explain the difference what a gas fireplace is, and hopefully that'll clear up which one you need so when you're shopping, you can make an accurate decision. We're also going to talk about if these guys are capable of heating a whole home or not. Let's get started. All right, so make sure to subscribe to our channel. It helps us out a ton. If you guys are in the Denver, Colorado area, come down to our showroom today. Check out these products in person for yourself. So gas insert versus gas fireplace. Number one mistake, biggest mistake that customers make. You guys get on online, do your research, hit those keyboards. You're researching gas inserts. You might not even need a gas insert. Listen in to this customer. Mr. Know-It-All showed up again. Watch the mistake he makes. This is the biggest mistake consumers make. Watch the footage. Roll the tape. Mr. Know-It-All.
Travis, my friend.
What can I do for you today? What are we shopping for today?
So I need a gas insert, Travis.
Okay, gas insert. We got them right around the corner. You want to take a peek?
Good, yeah, let's take a look at them.
Let's take a look.
This is what I'm liking. The log appearance, the flame, the heat, phenomenal. This is the insert for me.
Okay, and it's well priced for you too?
Yeah, I'm okay with the price. I think I am.
We could probably just get it written up for you then.
Yeah, let's get it on order.
I gotta go through some qualifying questions though, quick.
Sure.
So as far as the size goes, what size is the existing fireplace we're putting this in?
See, that's the beauty of it, Travis, is I can fit this in anything because it's a new construction. I'm making it for this fireplace.
Mr. Know-It-All. These aren't meant for new construction. We can't put these in a 2x4 wall. They have to go into an existing, they have to insert into an existing fireplace.
You're saying it exactly right, Travis. You just described my scenario. I'm inserting it into the wall. It's perfect.
No, we have to insert these into a fireplace. An existing fireplace. You don't have an existing fireplace?
No. This is my fireplace. I'm inserting it into the wall.
Okay. This makes more sense. So this isn't the section for you. Let's go over and look at our gas fireplaces. But you're already in love with this one, aren't you?
Yeah, this is what I'm getting. I'm ordering it as I walk out.
That's what happens. People fall in love. They're looking in the wrong stuff. Let me tell you the difference. All right, so you see the mistake Mr. Know-It-All made is he actually needed a fireplace. Now, what's the difference? Okay, let me tell you what a gas insert is designed for. So gas inserts are designed to, like I was saying to Mr. Know-It-All, these are designed to go into an existing masonry firebox, but people make the mistake thinking that they need a gas insert. They use the terminology insert, which is logical because it's in their wall. You know, if it's a new home or something, or a home from the 90s, gas fireplace that's built in the wall, let's say you want to replace that, that has to come out, we have to put in a new gas fireplace. People come in shopping or researching for a gas insert, and it's important to know what you're researching for. Gas inserts go into old, ugly, wood-burning fireboxes that are non-combustible. What do I mean by non-combustible? Well, non-combustible means that things can't catch on fire. They can't combust. And so that's really what they're designed for. They're not insulated properly to have 2x4 framing around it or drywall around it or anything like that. So what these do is these literally insert into an old firebox, and then you order the right size surround to sort of cover up and make the old fireplace go away entirely. Also, the piping's different on a gas insert because old chimneys are usually sometimes with a damper opening can only be 5 inches wide or so. So we have to separate our exhaust and fresh air into 2 separate pipes. So that way it's going to literally fit in the chimney. And so that's what happens there is that those 2 different pipes would run up the chimney. So you can see it's a completely different install operation, I guess you can say, from a gas fireplace. Now we're going to touch on gas fireplaces in a minute. But a good example of this is this Quadrifire catalog, and Chris is going to show you the digital version as I'm talking about it. But you can see in these pictures, it's very obvious from the photographs that these are in old fireplaces that have hearths on them or something like that. And you can see they're very attractive and they do a good job of covering up the old fireplace. Now, we talked about performance a little bit too. Now, why would you do a gas insert? Gas insert really accomplishes 2 things. One is, like I said, it aesthetically gets rid of the old ugly wood burner it goes away completely. In fact, we did a video where we did a home makeover where we remodeled a couple old fireplaces and put in inserts. If you want to check out the before and after, we'll include the description below. Check out that video. Okay, but the biggest reason people buy gas inserts is really performance based. So one of the biggest differences between gas inserts and gas fireplaces, we'll talk about it when we're over in fireplaces, but really there isn't really such a thing as a gas insert that's just decorative. They all are great heaters, and this thing is pumping heat. They all usually have ceramic glass. They all either have a blower option or come pre-installed with a blower. Chris is gonna show you some video overlays. We ran our heat gun on these, and you're getting 600 to 700 degrees of radiant heat right into the room. So from a performance standpoint, they can heat a whole house. You know, I would say they'd heat a modest house, about 1,500 square feet or so, pretty easily. You know, they're not gonna do a 4,000 square foot home or anything like that. And the idea behind them is zone heating. So of course they're gonna heat predominantly the room they're in, but there's cool tricks you can do, like turn just the fan on in your forced air and then let the heat from this circulate through your ductwork. There's a lot of ways to disperse this heat, but essentially from a performance standpoint, they're absolutely killer. They're totally awesome. So if you want it just for looks, I don't know if gas insert would be a good choice for you. Maybe go with like an open gas log set like this. Again, I happen to have a video on that. I'll include the link below, gas insert versus gas log set. All right, so that's essentially what an insert is. Am I making sense, Chris? Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
You know what a gas insert is? Should we talk about fireplaces now?
Let's go.
Let's talk fireplaces. All right, so this is just a quick example of some linear fireplaces. We're gonna talk traditional real quick, but obviously, what's the obvious thing with these, Chris? On their size, they're longer. So would these ever fit in a fireplace?
Never.
Never. So you can see, obviously, if you want something long and skinny and long and rectangle like this, you're gonna need a fireplace. It has to be built into a wall, just like this. And you can, what's nice about these is they can use regular 2x4 framing. You do have to use concrete board up above these like we have here, but you can see it can be blended in to all look like drywall if you wanted it to. So this would be an example of this being built into a wall. Obviously, it goes without saying, linear fireplaces can't be inserts because they literally can't fit inside a fireplace. Now let's talk about some other gas inserts here too, or gas fireplaces. See, now I'm confused. I don't even know. All right, gas fireplaces. All right, so I just wanted to give you guys an unfinished look of a gas fireplace, and again, show you guys the differences here. So gas fireplace usually has an external box besides what you see in the window. So this external box does a couple things. Biggest thing it does is it helps insulate the firebox so it's rated for 2x4s in an application. And again, it goes without saying, is this fitting in a fireplace?
No.
No. So typically gas fireplaces, not always, but majority of the time are physically larger because they don't have size constraints to what an existing fireplace can be. So they can really be any size. So that's a nice advantage with gas fireplaces. You can buy them in all different sizes and shapes, and they can be framed into a 2x4 type application. You can see our pipe up here too. It's basically a pipe within a pipe. So the system is working the same as a gas insert, but it's just a bigger diameter. And again, that's not fitting in a chimney. So let's go down and look at a couple that are turned on now. All right, so here's a couple that are turned on and finished. And again, it goes without saying is we're just not constrained to any heights. These are a couple bigger models. All right, so the biggest advantage with gas fireplaces are they can be installed in a 2x4 wall. Of course, you have to have the depth, so you have to build a box out, but 2x4 wood can go around these. And there's no size restraints. You can make them as big as you want. All right, now there is a little bit of a difference in performance with gas fireplaces. Like gas inserts, these are a couple high efficiency units that we have. They are designed to be powerhouse heaters. They have ceramic glass, same amount of heat emitting out of these. They're super hot to stand in front of. And again, they can heat about the same amount of square feet. There is a difference though with gas fireplaces, especially if you have an old junky one too. Some of the base grade models really are super inefficient and they're not really designed for a whole lot of heat. They're really more cosmetic only, usually lower flame, and they're really more for ambiance type only. Just kind of throwing a little heat at you, if you will, just tossing a little heat your way. Whereas gas inserts, obviously, they're designed to heat. You can get a gas fireplace that's more decorative in purpose rather than just a heater. So that would be one of the big differences between gas fireplaces and gas inserts. I'm confusing myself now. Hopefully that cleared things up. What's the point of all this? When you're doing your research at home, if you type in gas insert, but this is really what you want, you're gonna go down the wrong rabbit hole. So make sure you're researching gas fireplaces. Direct vent fireplaces is what you want. If you have an old masonry firebox that you're looking to convert from a wood burner to a gas insert, then you use the terminology insert, gas insert. When you're in your showroom, if you're in our store, you're in somebody else's store, you can save yourself a step, say, I need a gas insert because I have an old existing fireplace. Start with telling them what you have. Say I have a remodel, I'm doing 2x4 framing, doing a TV above it. That should trigger your salesman to get you in the right thing. But if not, start with those types of terminology. It's gonna help you a lot in your research, gonna speed up the process, gonna make it more efficient in your research, just like your efficient fireplace you're probably gonna buy. So there's my little spiel. That's the biggest difference between a gas fireplace and a gas insert. Both have the ability to mega heat. If you guys wanna check out some of our other videos, we'll include links below. Stay tuned for more. Thanks so much.